All right, everyone, here we go with the thank you reading for November 2024. I do these every month, the whole playlist of these. They're all timeless, but it's to thank anybody who's giving me a nickel for anything I do around here, whether it's a donation, which I greatly appreciated, or the extended purchases, which are also greatly appreciated. That said, this is your reading. It's just for you, pulling on you. Let's see where we go here. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here where you found Steve Love Terry here for a reason, this reading is timeless. Like I said, there's a whole playlist of these. Okay, I'm kind of spanning November here, sort of a monthly bonus reading, but it does drift a little bit, as I said in the monthly readings, into Sagittarius season. There's the potential here in November for some people, actually pretty much anybody, to get a little bit paranoid. I've been telling you a lot about don't question your intuition too much. It's right there on the surface, half a second. First, for most people, really, it's about a half a second. But you can go beyond it, maybe about a second and a half, 2 seconds tops. That's why I give you 2 seconds to pick an animal on a Schrodinger's cat reading, right? And then that's it. Anything beyond that, you're overthinking it. There is a tendency this month to maybe not trust the intuition. And there's something here on the surface. I said, what do you want to tell my people? I got a surface energy here of the High Priestess crossed by the Four of Pentacles. And this is paranoia. This is someone who I know, or it can be someone bracing for impact. The energy around us reads it the same way. Either way, it's fucking repellent. But it has the potential, because the manifesting power and your intuition in general, you've got the best hits in the tarot, right? You got the potential here to create a self-fulfilling prophecy if you're not careful. It's like I always joke, I call this the best hits of the tarot. It's the fucking Empress. It's a very attractive energy. You could use that for good or evil. I mean, you could walk down the street and turn on a bunch of people and then just be a tease and walk away. That might get you in trouble one day, right? You got to be careful. That's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Well, you kind of got that here. You've got a very strong intuition. You should trust it. You're bracing for impact. For most of you, this will translate into something you just know is going to be bad. Oh, Steve, I know it's not going to go well. You could feel it coming, and you know it's not going to go well. That's very deceptive. It's a Seven of Swords. That's the element in the energy that I'm talking about right now. Be careful of that, okay? Don't jump to conclusions. Oh, trust me. I got tons of friends who are hypochondriacs and shit like that. I'm going to get calls, and I think I'm the guy who shields all the doctors from most of the hypochondriacs. I get most of them, okay? This is hypochondriac, crazy stuff, anything. Right? Anything. A pimple's going to be the worst. Oh, I'm dead. I'm going. Right? Okay. No, it's a pimple. Calm down. Right? It's just this sort of energy. It's very deceptive. All right? But everything's going to be fine if you trust your intuition. All right? So that's all I'm going to say. As a whole, hypochondriacs aside, this is something you're just bracing for impact. Stop it. Because in this energy, when you brace for impact, you might create a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you trust your intuition, with the Queen of Cups here, all goes well. It seems to. That's on the surface anyway. All right? The best thing to do is remain neutral in energy like this, as best you can. Well, I'll be grateful if it goes well. If it doesn't go well, I'll try to learn what I can from it. Keep the energy of gratitude around both the positive and the negative side. Okay? Just be grateful for it. Here in November's energy, which again leads in a little bit into December. Just be grateful for the fact that shit is happening to you, right? Even if nothing's happening, be grateful for that. You're probably dodging bullets and shit in the background. That often happens with this energy. I could kind of pick up on that here a little bit. All right. But you might bring those bullets your way. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. All right. As the late great John Prine once sang in his song Dear Abby. All right, let's see what we go here. Let's pull a reading for you, all right? And again, thanks. If you're giving me a nickel for anything I do around here, I appreciate it. That's terrific. All right, here we go. Let's see what we get for you on this reading. So what's coming your way? What do we get? Let's see. All right, I'm ready. Oh, Jesus. It's for some of you, it's a nothing energy, the Four of Swords. The environmental energy, it's crickets. It's good that this is in the environmental energy, because it would really suck if I threw this and it was the base energy, right? This is crossing the base energy, the center card I'm going to pull. This is really suck. Well, nothing. You're worried that something's going to happen. I don't know. It's a lot of healing. It's a lot of crickets chirping. I'm not sure why this is here yet. Let me see what's. Oh yeah, see the Five of Pentacles. I think you got a surprise. Usually when I see the Four of Swords and the Five of Pentacles fueling it, something like that, I think you have a surprise coming. I do. Yeah. Hangman. Yeah, you're about to, this girl right here on this card. Her perspective is about to change. I think something maybe you think you missed out on, you missed an opportunity, maybe it returns, but you keep thinking maybe it won't, but your intuition's saying it will. That could be an example of how the pre-shuffle could play out with these cards. I don't know. Let's go. It's tough to pull a reading for thousands of people. It really is. It's tricky. You know? I mean, how do you make everybody happy? You can't. That's the answer, right? Two of Pentacles. It's impossible. Somebody once pointed out to me, some master of the obvious, mistress of the obvious out on Facebook, that, you know, not everybody is going to get it. Yeah, I know. And yeah, she probably sounded like that. I know. Duh. I get it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I know. It's just me. It's just how I read energy, analogies and things like that. If I had time, it'd be great to have cartoons with it and stuff like the Science Channel does, but these readings are in real time. There's no time to draw up cartoons in CGI. You know, I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, it's a wonderful pipe dream, but there's no way to do it in real time. The Fool. See, what did I tell you? Something's going to happen here. Something's going to happen. Something that you thought it's crickets. This is perfect, because I'll tell you what, because if this card was here and this was crossing it and that was your overall, that was your baseline energy, I'd be like, oh man, this sucks, right? No, it's wonderful. Something you thought you missed out on. You're about to get a new perspective on this. Maybe you see the key for the first time. I don't know. I have no idea. But something's about to pop here. And it's something that's been building up energy, is what this is saying. The Two of Pentacles. Friction, heat builds up. A little bit of frustration is the way I read it, but I get it more in the context of this reading of an energy around something has been building. It's probably you and another person, okay? It probably is. For a few of you, it could be you've been trying to manifest a new job for yourself, and the energy around that is built to a point where the dam's about to break, and all of a sudden everybody wants to know your name. All of a sudden your phone's ringing and everybody's like, are you available? Are you available? Right? That's always, you know, what's that old song? It never rains in California. It's an old song from the 70s. The chorus goes something like, it never, when it rains in California, it pours. You know, it's sort of like that. It's sort of nothing, then everything all at once. It's kind of what I got here. What's red with all this energy buildup? Yeah, the Ten of Cups. And what did I say? Rewind. What the fuck did I just say? This is about dreamland, fairyland, dreaming. This is something, I think for some of you, you have been dreaming about it. I was going to say you dare not dream of, one of those things where I say you dare not dream that this happens because you're afraid to. No, I think you have been, and I think what's happening is this. I think we have the pre-shuffle I talked about. So remember the pre-shuffle. Remember the Alamo and the pre-shuffle. Those are two things you have to remember. Okay. The energy's been building up around whatever this is for you. It's crickets right now. You're like, oh, it's never going to happen. But this is sort of you tied to the pre-shuffle. A fear in the worst, a fear in something's never going to happen, a fear in something's bad, a fear in you and another person aren't going to make it. Even if you're together with this person. You got kids with them, you're together, you're like, I don't know if we're going to make it. That is dangerous to put that out there in this November energy with you reflecting as the Empress in the pre-shuffle of my fucking reading. Don't do that. All right? For fuck's sake. Anyway, so you have been dreaming it. The energy's been building and you can feel it coming. The problem is the way this energy is, that deceptive nature, that Seven of Swords within it. It can cause you to doubt your intuition. And that's where that's why you're getting this reading, so you don't do that. Because you'll fuck it up. It'll be a self-fulfilling prophecy. You'll manifest it not happening. So again, rewind. What I told you before I threw these cards, even more valid now, having this energy here, getting verification of this energy. Okay, it's about gratitude. Try to stay down the middle. Try to apply gratitude to both the positive side and the negative side. You say, well, if this happens, whatever this is, right? Because you'll feel it coming. I'll be grateful if it goes well. If it doesn't go well, I'll be grateful for the lesson I can get from it. That's a way you can apply gratitude energy, which is instantly rewarded by the universe, to both the positive and negative sides of something, because both are always present, positive and negative. You have to always consider that. It's up to your free will which one comes towards you. You know, like energy attracts like energy. You're going to be negative. You're going to be a pessimist. You're going to attract a lot of negative things. You're going to get a lot of proof that your pessimism is valid, because you're just going to keep attracting negative. Yeah, see, I knew that wouldn't go well. Yeah, I knew too, because you kept saying it wouldn't go well. You know, I mean, it's just the way it is. Even when you're sick or something like that, you know, if you got some kind of illness, any doctor will even tell you your positive attitude is going to go a long way toward helping you. You're trying not to be all gloom and doom and shit, right? The will to live is strong. It's as strong sometimes as medicine. Okay, if not stronger, with a lot less side effects. All right. So that being said, although I recommend both together, but that being said, that's kind of what's going on here. So keep in mind what I'm talking about. You think something's going to go wrong here, but it isn't. That's a deceptiveness in the energy. So let's take a look at what's coming your way. Well, no, we don't need to look at the Fool. That's not going to give us anything. Let's take a look at the energy buildup here. All right, I'm going to grab the witches. All right, hold on, my nose is running like a DM. I'm sorry. Weather's changing around here like crazy. They said it was going to rain tomorrow. Now it's not going to rain tomorrow. But pick a fucking, god damn it, I was excited about the rain. It never rains here in California. When it does, it pours. But yeah, man, I was excited about the rain. Okay, now I ain't got no rain. Ah, it sucks. All right, Two of Pentacles. I have my wellies out. Gonna go splash in some puddles. Fucking hell. All right, let's go. Two of Pentacles. Little raincoat. Look like the Morton Salt girl. All right, here we go with the Two of Pentacles. Let's see where we're at. Two of Pentacles. Why is it here? What's all this buildup of energy? It's built up so much, it's put this poor girl's ass on the front. It's turned her entire. I mean, you're going to need a hip replacement if that. I mean, there's no way it doesn't crack something. That's crazy. All right, let's go. Come on now. Holy crap. What the hell? Ouch. It's the Death card. It's powerful. It's strong. This energy. All it's telling me is how powerful it is. It's not about the Death card. These cards are just mediums for me. They reflect the energy. Sometimes it's about the card, meaning, yes, one thing dies and it transitions, death, rebirth. It's transitioning energy. It's transformation of energy. I get it. I get it. But in this case, it's just showing me how powerful, how much energy has built up. It's reached a fever pitch. It's reached a point where something's going to give. It might be crickets chirping for you. Well, for whatever it is, I feel my intuition is screaming at me something's going to happen, but I know it's not, because it never does. Right? That kind of thing. Avoid that. Remember what I told you. All right? Because right here, something you've been dreaming about has built up an energy to a point where it can no longer contain itself. It's about to spill out. Shit's about to happen. You're about to get a whole new perspective on something that hasn't happened. And that Fool there is proof of it. You're about to walk a path you haven't walked, but you've dreamt of walking it. You've wanted to walk it. Perhaps it's you talking to a person that you've wanted to talk to. Perhaps it's a job. It could be a soul's true purpose for some of you. It could be a person. Either way, this is telling me that this energy has reached a fever pitch. It's all done building. It can't build anymore. Now it's got to release. What's on top here? I love it. This is why I love tarot. You're about to see it. You're about to see why. It blew my mind when I was a kid, when someone suggested to me, well, you're having a hard time. You pick up on all this stuff, but you don't have any life experience yet. Use the cards to help you read this shit. Right? Help you figure it out. This is why I love it. I just talked about building up and dam breaking, and look at what's here, 10 wands. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I felt that. I read the energy fucking first. Yeah, I didn't look. It's right here. All I knew about was that. It's coming off there. It can't build anymore. There's nowhere to go. Tens are the end dead end that lead to a new beginning. In this case, this energy, you don't need to dream about it, and you put enough energy out there in it. It doesn't take much as well. This might be something, you might be out there like Steve, I never dreamt about anything. You might start dreaming about something in November. In the energy that we're in right now, be careful what you put out there. Y'all are going to be very powerful manifestors. Okay, right now, be really careful. take my advice about the gratitude thing. Rewind and listen to what I said. All right? Apply gratitude to both sides of the coin. Okay? Both energies are always there. One is usually dominant. Like, some people ask, well, why, if you have a bunch of negative cards, how could you possibly read that positive? You know, it's all negative. Well, the negative cards might reflect a primary negative energy, but the secondary energy is positive. There's a way to read it. So I would read the reading negative, and then underneath I would say, but also it could play out this way. Look at it like a quarter. Let me grab or a coin. Let me grab the Schrodinger's cat quarter, right? This is heads, and this is tails, okay? Now, it's heads is facing up, right? Yeah. Is tails still there? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think I'm the warlock on the hill where I made the other side disappear. But heads is the dominant energy. That's how I would read the reading. This is kind of a heads reading here. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention at least the tail side, even though it's not the dominant energy. They're both there. You've got to acknowledge it. Even if you fancy yourself a light worker would be focusing on the head side. That's fine. But you don't want to get blindsided by the negative. You have to be aware it's there. And you have to also apply some energy to that. You just dominate the other side to try to bring that side in. That's all. My point here, this is the way the energy's flowing. This has reached a fever pitch. It's not going to take much for you to manifest things. We've got an energy, and again, there is a negative here. This might be a heads up reading, very positive, but there is a negative side. You could fuck this whole thing up, and that's what the pre-shuffle was trying to warn you about. Okay? Why is the 10 wands? Because this dam is breaking. And it could, even if it breaks and it comes towards you, this person reaches out to you. This job reaches out to you. If you got yourself all wound up in an energy of this isn't going to go well, then then you're going to come across as nervous. You're going to come across as angry. You're going to be defensive. And you might not get the job. You might, or the person might not like you. The person might think, well, that wasn't fun. They were very defensive. I said I love them, and they told me to fuck off. I mean, you know, you can do that. You can surround yourself in that kind of energy where you hear wrong what's coming at you. Somebody says something really nice, but you don't hear it that way. You know, I've stood next to people that have done that, where they've gotten a compliment and they've reacted horribly, and I've stood there with my jaw open, going, "What the fuck? What did you not hear what I just heard?" You know, and they didn't. That's a fact. Why's the 10 of Wands here? The Hermit. You will feel this coming. Oh, you will. You will feel this coming. All right? Absolutely. It's for some reason the Hermit here is telling me that your frequency, your energy, your output, your frequency of energy has lined up with whatever this is. All right? So don't get in its way. And I'm not going to harp on the topic, but don't get it. But it came out in the pre-shuffle, meaning on the surface, you're going to be inclined because of that 7 of Swords to feel like, oh, but this isn't. I can feel it coming, Steve, but this isn't going to go well. Okay, it's probably not going to be good. It's probably not going to be whatever. No news is bad news in this particular case, because even if it goes bad, there's something you can learn from it. Or it allows you to focus on something that raises your vibration in some way. It really is. It's very difficult for me to pull a defeat out of this reading. You know, especially considering the pre-shuffle ended with the 6 of Wands, although that was a minor arcana, so it's up to your free will whether or not that plays out. We've been talking about that. Yeah, it's lined up with your frequency. All right, let's see what this. Let's talk about the 10 of Cups then. Fine. Let's dig in. Tell me about the 10 of Cups. Let's go. I think if more people understood how the energy works around them, it's really quite simple. I mean, it's so simple I could describe it with a fucking quarter. I mean, just a coin. It's not that big a deal. It's not. We don't need to go into advanced physics here. To be, you know, for the human experience, which is what I call our lives here. For the human experience, you really need just a basic rudimentary understanding of, you know, how the energy works around you. I try to just give it to you. It's pretty straightforward. I see most people fuck themselves up the ass all the time. They mess themselves up. They go contrary to everything. They say one thing, act another way, for example. It's just, you just knocking energy out of balance. You get spanked for that, right? Whether it's positive or negative, to each his or her own, right? Whether it's a positive thing or a negative thing, And there are semantics we could argue in there, but we're not going to. Your best bet with the energy is to walk your talk. Straight up. That's it. Don't be a hypocrite. If you want to go biblical, fine. What does the Bible teach about hypocrites? They don't like them. So again, just don't be a hypocrite. Most of the world's fucking hypocrite, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, I'm still shuffling on 10 of Cups. I'm just running out of shit to tell you. I ain't gonna talk about the weather again. Although I am disappointed. It's not gonna rain. They took my rain away. Fuckers. All right, let's go. It's crossed. The 10 of Cups is crossed by the Page of Cups. For most of you, this is a love. This is a love. This is somebody new. A couple of you maybe wanted a child. Maybe you wanted to get pregnant. I have the Empress in the pre-shuffle and a little page here. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Do what you want to do. Knock yourself out. For most of you, this is a new love that is now, for some reason, in line with you. Now, it is Steve's Love Tarot. It could be a career as well. All right? It could be. It could be. It could be a job energy, a career energy where somebody happened to leave. There's some sort of serendipitous thing that happened. There's some sort of crazy happenstance that went on. I mean, it would make for a movie. It really would. One of those split screen ones where this happened over here and this is happening over here. There's some voodoo going on here for sure. All right, there really is. There's a real happenstance thing happen. What's going on top? 4 swords. 4 swords. 4 swords. It's not healing. It's a nothing energy. It's a void. I know this. Whatever this is, you've wanted this to happen for a while. Whatever it is, I don't know. It's a person you've wanted. It's a child you've wanted. It's a person you've wanted. It's a job you've wanted. It's an attitude. It's a view of the world you wanted. It could be very internal for some of you. This is why I hate doing readings for thousands of people. Really, sometimes it really pisses me off because I can put my finger on it and I can't because there's so many fucking people that this is for. You just got to catch my drift. But it's something that it feels like it never happens. It's like you would say to me, based on the energy that's here, Steve, I dream about this and I think about this and I dream about it. It never fucking happens. Okay. All right. Get that attitude out of your fucking head right now. Because whatever it is, the energy for it, you've put so much into it, has reached a fever pitch. It's about to come down like an avalanche on you. Okay? Or should we say a tidal wave? I don't know. Maybe that's a better phrasing. Why is the 4 of Swords here? It's crossed by the 7 of Cups. Yeah, I get it. There's an energy of confusion here. I kind of got that a little bit. I mean, this is not really what the 2 of Pentacles was talking about, but this could be confusion too. The S is on the front. It's confusing. What's confusing? Well, it's sort of an energy of you're not confused that it hasn't happened. You're quite clear that this is something that never happens. You might be confused when it does happen. When whatever this is happens, it shows up. Be it a person you want to talk to, a kid you want, or a job you want. Whatever it is, it poses a problem for you. And it poses a good problem. It poses a problem of, now what? It opens up a world of possibilities for you that weren't there before, they never happened, right? Which is why, again, you're getting that warning, don't be pessimistic. Pay attention to the pre-shuffle. Watch, when you finish this reading, go back and watch the pre-shuffle again. Or watch the fucking reading again. I don't care. But just the pre-shuffle would be enough. Remember that. All right? Remember the Alamo. Remember the pre-shuffle. Both of those we got to remember. All right. Oh, let's pull on the 7 of Cups. When I say it's a good problem to have, it opens up possibilities that you didn't have before. Because this is the danger here. Okay? The confusion aspect of this is if you're so set in your mind that this never happens, it's something that never happens, then when it happens, you're not going to know what to do because you're not planning in advance for it. Right? It's sort of like I buy a food truck and I sell hamburgers, hot dogs, milkshakes, French fries, and spinach flakes. Something I call spinach flakes. But I just needed another thing for the menu. I don't think anybody's actually going to come order spinach flakes, so I don't bother buying any spinach from my inventory to make spinach flakes. You know, I don't bother. Turns out, I get a crowd of people showing up, and they all want fucking spinach flakes. And I don't have a plan in place or any fucking inventory of spinach. So again, it's important that you at least try to allow for the fact of staying neutral here. Okay, that's where the confusion aspect of it is. Now, I'm not pulling on that. I'm just explaining that. I'm pulling on what options it opens up. Okay, what you maybe need to account for. Okay, I'm just going to do that for you, and then I'll get out of here. I'll stop yelling at you. Okay, here we go. Oh, fun, fun, fun. I like this for you. This is good. We're all going to get something we want. We're all going to prove Mick Jagger. We all have the potential to prove Mick Jagger wrong. The entire Rolling Stones band, we can prove them wrong, right? Way back in 1969 on Let It Bleed. Last song on side 2, you can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need. It's just true, you can't always get it, but we kind of can here in this energy. Especially around the 1111 portal, I will tell you. There's some magic happening right now. Alright, let's go. 7 of Cups, tell me about it. What you want to tell me about the 7 of Cups? Yeah. It's crossed by the Hierophant. It's about long range. It's about lasting change, sort of a thing. I think, how do I phrase this without insulting anybody? I don't want to insult anybody, but let's say this is, whatever this is, let's say it's something you dreamt about. It never happens, but now it happens. And okay, fine, Steve, I bought the spinach flakes. I'm ready for it. It's more of a big deal than you think it is, okay? And this might be more, well, it might be just a tip for some of you where you've been dreaming about this. But for those of you where you start dreaming about it in November, all right, make sure you damn well know that, be careful what you wish for, because sometimes you get it. I want you to keep that in mind. It's a bigger deal than you think, all right? Just like my touching story about spinach flakes. I didn't buy any spinach. Nobody gonna order that shit. I just needed a 4th item or 5th item on the menu and make it look good. You know, make it look like a real menu, kind of a thing. I got a crowd around the corner. It's not just one person, one idiot. I take the spinach flakes. No, I got a crowd around the corner. I'm fucked, right? Take that, okay? Just catch my drift of what I'm saying here. It's bigger than you think, all right? It's a bigger deal than you think. Be careful what you wish for. And don't start feeling like that's a problem. It's not a problem. It's just something to be aware of. Like I said, this is a good problem to have. It's a good problem for me to have a line around the corner to want spinach flakes, because I can charge whatever I want for those fuckers now. I mean, it costs me shit to get the frozen spinach, chop it up, and make it into something. It's no big deal. I charge them $15, $20 a fucking bowl. I don't care. I make a fortune. God, I'll have to do a thank you reading for spinach flakes. Shit, what's on top? What's on top? A Knight of Pentacles. And why is that here? The Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is very simple. You think you're getting one thing, you get another thing. It's more meaningful than you think. Okay? It is. It's both what you need and what you want at the same time. What you need is this. Right? What you sometimes want is this. It's just a reflection of 2 different energies. All right, so it's a big deal. It's a bigger deal than what you think. All right? So that's good. It's a good problem to have. Take my spinach flake story to heart. Okay, it's a little of both. It's a little of what you need and what you want. It's a whole package. It shows up ready for you. Be sure you're ready for it. All right, try not to be defensive towards it, because this is human nature. I've studied it my whole life. I know people. I don't like most of them much, but I like you guys, so I'm going to help you out. I know people. And I know that when something doesn't happen for a long time, it does, people get defensive that it happened. They actually, in a way, get pissed off that it happened. Oh, it's very common. All right? It's very common. All right. That's your reading. That's the way it is. I would recommend gratitude rather than that. Right? Rather than that. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you before we go. Let's go. Let's see where we're at. All right, let's see where we're at here. This is nice. For most of you, this is something you've been dreaming about a while and it just never happens. So you may have let up on it. You may have said, well, I'm just not going to think about it anymore. And that doesn't matter. The energy kept going. It kept building. Energy tends to feed itself a little bit, you know, in this kind of context. Usually it's negative energy that feeds itself. Positive energy needs to be fed. This is a blending of kind of each a little bit because of how you've been dreaming about it. It's been very balanced. It's got light, it's got dark, so it has its own kind of thing. It's like potting soil that comes with fertilizer already in it, sort of a thing like that. All right, let's see what we get here. One card across the card. We want to tell my people. Well, we got, yeah, of course you do. Of course. It's like, we can't seem to escape this fucking card lately. I love it. The Lion. It's a strength card. It's crossed by the Ace of Swords. Oh, I'm sick of saying this to you. Have this... Try to, well, no, I'm not going to say have the strength to accept what you've been wanting. And I'm not going to say it that way. I'm going to flip it from the backside, and I'm going to talk about energies. I'm going to say this is about passion. This is Leo energy. It's passionate forward movement. And this is Archangel Michael's sword of truth, right? Try to balance with whatever this is, whatever you're putting out there here in November. Some of you are manifesting other things besides this, or you're manifesting this in November. Whatever it is, the secret sauce is actually tempering passion a little bit with a little bit of common sense and a whole lot of truth. Try to move forward passionately again from a point of truth, like I told you earlier, right? Just like I said, the truth is going to be important. Well, yeah. See, there's that Knight of Cups. All right, the cups come. You get the cups. The cups come from a combination of passion and swords. All right. So whatever this means to you, however you need to, it's almost like it sounds weird to say, but sometimes when you're very passionate, you tend to do things spontaneously, almost like this leap of faith here on the Fool card. But it's almost like a controlled passion. It's a thought out. It's planned passion. In a way, is kind of your secret. And I know, even just saying that, I don't really like it. It's sort of like those couples that plan out sex nights. You know, I hate that. I'm not one of those. I don't do that. We don't do that. But, you know, it sucks all the life out of it a little bit. Oh, it's Tuesday at 5 o'clock. Should we be, yep, what's it naked time? You know, that kind of thing. A little bit of controlled passion. Try to keep it in check. And with that, the cups come with it. So, I don't know. Take the advice there for what it means to you. I have no idea. It's very cryptic in a way, but it is what it is. Normally, something I would urge against is something I'm for in this particular energy. It's definitely a message for some of you, probably not all of you, right? Try to temper the passion a little bit. All right. Make sure you apply some common sense to whatever you're putting out there, allowing for the fact that you're probably going to get it. All right. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. And again, oh, look at this. Yeah, this moves you forward in a whole new way. This is, you know, this is for a lot of you, this is some serious, comes at you fast. Things change fast, so make sure you know what you want out of this, whatever it is, all right? And don't be defensive to it when it shows up. Wow. That's your reading. Again, it's a thank you reading for November 2024. Thank you for giving me a nickel for anything I do around here. It's really appreciated, all right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, everybody who watches.